Hello and welcome to the video. I will be taking you through my presentation on the project that I did for the course on mobile application programming. And so in the interest of time, we'll just jump right into it. Okay, so as you could tell already, the project is indeed a browser targeted at Android operating system. You can see from the description at the bottom right, it's meant to be robust and lightweight, with a focus, of course, on privacy and ease of use. As a side note, I took the time to get the performance of the browser from html5test.com, which basically runs a couple of tests on the browser to check a few boxes on performance and whatnot. And as you can see from the score on the right, the project itself scored 510 out of a total of 555, which I'd say relatively is pretty fair. Well, in terms of the justification, the problem statement, there are a couple of things you have to put into consideration, such as memory usage on the target device and the security of your own web history, which was scrapped altogether in this project itself. I also took the liberty to upload the project itself to VirusTotal, and as you can see, it was flagged by 0 antiviruses out of 61. It's clean, free of malware or anything. Just a quick rundown on the development tools. You have Java, of course. I used SDK 14, the latest at the time of, well, creating the project. Android Studio, of course, definitely, and an Android emulator for testing and development purposes. Well, the rest are pretty self-explanatory, just dependencies for the software to run and storage. The methodology was pretty simple. Understand the problem, which was primarily storage efficiency and a quick alternative to most mainstream browsers. From there on, you trickle down to identifying the needs, like why would we need this in the first place, and finally develop a schedule and adhere to it so as to keep the whole project within a reasonable time frame. I chose to use the waterfall model as my philosophy for software development. It's pretty simple, easy to adapt, and everything is limited to a strict time frame, moving from requirements all the way to maintenance. It's really simple and easy to use. A couple of the functional requirements required for the project: URL navigation. Definitely you'd have to be able to navigate to various pages along the internet so as to use the browser itself, and the JavaScript environment, of course. You'll be able to play embedded videos, run tiny scripts on the browser here and there. There was the danger of cross-site scripting, but well, there's only so much that can be done on the browsers, and that should be handled by web devs. The non-functional requirements include usability, which, as I've stressed on before, should be straightforward and simple. Performance, lightweight and robust. Supportability, I decided to target Android versions all the way from Lollipop down to the latest at the time of creation, so to speak. And security, of course, I've shown from the uploads that there's no backdoors in it. A few shortcomings of the project itself, which will be addressed in future updates, include the nature of the project being single-threaded. There was no need in particular to include multiple threads of execution due to the rather simple approach taken, although this could be changed in time as more functionalities are added on top. Then, with the logging of browser history, that could be up to discussion, as it might just go against the philosophy of the project itself. Feature updates, as mentioned in the previous slide, include a video playback support and This was particularly a challenge during the design phase on how to actually access URLs. Well, initially the idea was to have DNS running locally, but that's not really possible on Android, well, as far as I'm concerned. But these can all be fixed in the future. And one of the more interesting updates I choose to work on will be support for a proxy. I think proxies are very important, very interesting to work with, so that will be used sometime in the future. And that would be all. This is, of course, a few links. I used this tool to create the icon, as you shall see on the Android environment, and the html5test.com. We shall also look at that at a later time. Now, here is the project itself running on my phone. Here, as you can see, I'll run it, and let's navigate to the university website and go. There, as you can see, the page loads quite well. All the JavaScript and everything looks pretty okay. You can further navigate to this and that site, but I chose to use google.com as the landing page because it's a really frequent site to use in the first place. We could, of course, navigate to the university website with ease. It's pretty fast. Yeah, and that's all.